Americans were still held hostage there with no end to the dire situation in sight.
The hostages, men and women, were blindfolded and herded into the embassy's basement.
Within its own borders, the United States implemented gasoline rationing due to the decreased oil production in the wake of the Iranian Revolution.
I remember that.
Americans were losing their confidence, questioning the very ideals that once defined the
Good old
identity
San
of the
Francisco.
U.S. to the world. It was an all-time low point for a nation.
There is a growing disrespect for government and for churches and for schools, the news media,
Still exists.
and other institutions.
Then, in 1980, one game gave America a chance to reawaken.
We simply must have faith in each other and faith in the future of this nation. Restoring that faith and that confidence to America is now the most important task we face.
The Soviet and American hockey teams that were headed to the 1980 Olympics were considered to be in completely different leagues. At this time in history, Olympic sports were the domain of amateur athletes. Professional American athletes from the National Hockey League were not allowed to participate. However, the Soviet team were amateurs in name only.
Did you want to play them? No way. I'm like, that's scaring me right there. Like, that's like, it's like Rocky right there. Dun, 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 dun. Like, no, thank you. No, they're all in red. Oh.
And they had won gold medals in 5 out of the 6 previous Winter Olympics. Meanwhile, the USA team was a crew of unknown college athletes. If the NHL players were so easily defeated by the Soviet national team, how could the amateur US Olympic team stand a chance? USA coach Herbert was called upon for this monumental task. While most saw the US national team as nothing more than a group of amateur kids, Herb had thoughtfully handpicked each athlete. He searched for the right players, not necessarily the best players. Herb decided to combine both the Soviet and North American strategies as he began to coach the college kids for the Olympics. Herb was determined to drive the players far beyond their perceived limits. Practices were brutal, but he knew the Soviets' regiment was even tougher. So he pushed the team harder and harder until a tight-knit 20-man roster was forged. A week before the Winter Games, the Americans would have a test. The Soviet and USA teams played each other in an exhibition Winter Olympic warm-up game at Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden's your warm-up? Ooh, that's what it looks like.
The Americans took a demoralizing blow, losing 10-3. Most believe the results foretold what was to come the Lake Placid Olympic Games.
Yeah, I know.
The Soviets relentlessly dominating every team, including the Americans, as they go unchallenged to the gold medal.
We thank the people of Lake Placid, the members of the Olympic Committee, the thousands in this country, and all the participating countries who helped make these games a reality. And so, in the name of the people of New York, I say,
I'm a New Yorker.
we are ready.
When the games began, America's expectation for their hockey team was low, not believing they would make it past even the first round.
These kids they're gonna do all right up there. They really are. I don't think they're gonna win, and if they get physical, they'll be in trouble because they're on a small ice.
I know you guys
facing a Herculean task here. It's like sending you into the lion's cage. Do you feel like that?
Yes, we do. You know, you got to be realistic about things. We're a young team. We're the youngest Olympic hockey team ever. If you had to pick us, I think it would probably be picked fifth.
Team USSR's opening win against Japan, 16-0, was an unveiled statement of their dominance. They continued their winning campaign by annihilating all teams they faced. Meanwhile, Coach Herbert faced the challenge of instilling belief and confidence in his own team. And USA's campaign didn't stop at the first round. The team shocked doubters by going undefeated against one European powerhouse after another.
Wow.
With each win, a sense of belief grew in the hearts of not only the players, but the country. By the time the undefeated Soviet and USA teams would collide, the game represented a lot more than mere sport.
I have appreciation for that ice rink.
The rarest of sporting events, an event that needs no build-up, no superfluous adjectives. In a political or nationalistic sense, I'm sure this game is being viewed with varying perspectives, but manifestly, it is a hockey game. The United States and the Soviet Union on a sheet of ice in Lake Placid, New York. They'll be playing against a very good team, a team that's better than they are, and after that time, after it's all over, this team will find out an awful lot about themselves. They'll simply find out how good they are. Here we go, as the game is underway. The Soviet Union in red and the United States in white. The U.S. back in second in the blue division. The Soviets on top in the red division. Ready to get in the net for the United States. Trediak in the net for the Soviet Union.
Halfway through the first period, the Soviets strike first, taking a goal at 9 minutes, 12 seconds. At 14 minutes and 3 seconds, Team USA ties with a 50-foot slap shot by Buzz Schneider. The Soviets soon fired back with a goal at 17 minutes, 34 seconds. USA's goalie Jim Craig steps up his game and blocks unrelenting Soviet attempts. In the last few seconds of the period, Team USA fires a 100-foot shot, and the rebound is lost by the Soviet player. The Americans seized their chance, and Mark Johnson scored just before the clock hit 0 and tied the game. At the start of the second period, the Soviets re-enter the game with a new goalie. An unprecedented move by Soviet coach Viktor Tiganov to punish his starter for allowing goals.
Pay for the punishing.
Becomes the new goalie after Trediak had given up 2 in the first period. In a very shaky first period, Pushkin has a little bit of international experience.
The Soviets began the period by overwhelming the Americans. They soon scored at 2 minutes 18 seconds, 3-2. But Team USA held steadfast thanks to goalie Jim Craig's remarkable performance. The period would end with the USSR outshooting the Americans 12-2. At the start of the third period, the arena felt alive, shaking from the roar of the crowd. A Soviet player is sent to the penalty box at 6 minutes 47 seconds.
Good.
The Americans capitalize at the end of their power play. Mark Johnson scores again, tying the game.
Let's hear it for American capitalism.
A few moments later, Team USA takes advantage of a Soviet mistake, and team captain Mike Eruzione fired a shot past the Soviet goalie Vladimir Mushkin.
Hell yeah.
The Americans take the lead for the first time, 4-3. Defending a barrage of Soviet attempts, the Americans do not stop attacking and send the USSR into a frenzy as goalie Jim Craig keeps saving shot after shot. The clock winds down.
I do believe in miracles.
Celebrated the American underdogs' perseverance and surprise defeat of the top-seeded Soviets. It was the greatest
Right
upset
here.
in sports history. However, Team USA could not lose focus. The gold medal was not yet theirs, with one more game on the line. They would go on to defeat the Finns to win gold.
Impossible dreams.
Through teamwork, determination, and belief. In 1980, Team USA transcended sports into legend, showing the world that no matter how great the odds are against us, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Oh. It's fun to watch tonight. It's streaming on Netflix forever.
What a picture.
God. Yeah. Just a new appreciation for the Miracle on Ice. We're all miracles. Some of us aren't on ice. We're just miracles.